trying to find it.
And I just wanted to welcome you to my Vlogmas. Now, I don't think this is going to be a traditional Vlogmas. I don't have it in me to vlog every day, but I think I will just do some little holiday updates throughout the week and post them once a week. Today is Monday, the 1st of December. I am currently at the very end of these Ooey Gooey Socks. I attempted to do the Ooey Gooey Sock Cal Challenge knit along, and I almost finished in time, or in the timeline, which would have been by last night, but I didn't. I did not. My plan on these is to finish them today though. I am at the color work right before the toe. We're gonna head into toe decreases really soon, and they will be ready to have the ends woven in and be blocked. And I want all of that to happen today. Ends woven in and blocked. I do have to do some cleaning around the house. Desperately need to sweep the floor and probably vacuum it in here because we have 3 dogs. And the cleaning will also give my hands a break from knitting, which after 4 solid days of knitting on only this little needles, my hands are a little tired. So we can give them some breaks. That being said, I do want to cast on another pair of socks, and I'm kind of thinking Advent socks. I have so much leftover sock yarn, so I'm thinking a pair of scrappy color work socks. I think I'll probably, I'm not positive, but I might just do like a color work cuff, or color work, cuff and ankle, and then do the rest without color work. Although this little toe situation is kind of cute, so maybe I'll do something like that. And I'm going to use up leftover sock yarn. I have some mini skeins. I have tons of different sock yarn that I can go sample from. I am planning on, I think maybe just picking randomly, I'm not really sure, but patterns from this doodle deck, and then choosing 2 colors and just going for it. It's just the basic doodle deck, so the most simple patterns, which is right up my alley, right probably on my skill level. So we're gonna do those. And I do have some Advent yarn as well. I don't have an official yarn Advent. However, my incredible mom every single year wraps like 24 mini presents for me and all of my siblings. There's 4 of us, so she's wrapping like 100 presents, and she then sends them out to us wherever we may live. I'm lucky because I live with her, and so I get mine right away. Yeah, that's what's in here, is a bunch of Advent little presents. And see, look, she even put my name on it. Ugh. So, she put them all in this bag, but I'm going to put them all in one of these project baskets. That is all of them. And in here, there is some yarn, but there's also just other things. She'll do candy, she'll do, I don't know, other fun stuff. Even if I don't do like a big check-in every day, I think I'm going to try and check in every day and at least open up one of these. And I think I'm just gonna start with this one. I think this one is yarn, which is kind of why I want to start with it. And also it's just the first one that kind of jumped out at me, and there's other yarn in here and they didn't jump out at me. So I'm going to see what this is and if it seems feasible to combine it with this. I'm not positive that all the yarn that I gave her is actually sock yarn. Some of it might just be 100% merino with no nylon, and I don't really want to use that in socks. So if that's the case, I will probably set it aside. I just gave her a box of minis and was like, hey, if you want, you can wrap these. And then she gave me back the rest, and I can't even remember what was in there originally. So we're gonna find out together right now. Ooh, okay. Okay. So this is gonna be the first yarn that I pair with another color for this sock. Maybe I start the cuffs with this yarn, or maybe I start them with a different color and then start with this yarn for the color work. Something is telling me now, it's like I need to choose the card and I need to choose the other color that's gonna go with it. Actually, I do have one potential idea, and that is this. Which I know is crazy. I mean, this is not like traditional holiday colors, but I think it could kind of work. And there's large enough contrast between these two to, do I love them together? Not positive, not positive. But I think that's a good option. And then, I've only ever looked at these once. I think we're gonna shuffle and go from there. Okay, these are very stiff. I got this deck at Flock this last year. No, not at Flock. I got it at La Mercerie on Bainbridge Island, like the day before Flock. So basically I got it at Flock. Okay, I think I'm gonna cut the deck and then just whatever one is right here. This is our one. Ooh, this is like more complicated than I anticipated, but I kind of like it. We're gonna go for it for sure. Basic Geometric 35. It's funny, that like looks a lot like the one on the back here. Okay, so that plus blue yarn. I also don't plan on doing like one every day necessarily. Like I'm just gonna kind of do them as I see fit. And I am a kook. I like to do my socks 2 at a time on magic loop. Even if I'm doing color work, I think I'm still gonna do them, especially so I can just have both socks be the same. It will be a mess with yarn management, but I'm doing it right now just fine. It's really not a problem. Just about every 6 rows, I kind of untwist them, and then I make sure that at least the yarns from each sock aren't getting twisted up with one another. They can kind of, you know, the yarns from the same sock can wind around each other, but once they start getting mixed up with the yarn from the other sock, they get dicey. I just won't finish a sock otherwise. I mean, I will finish a sock. I won't finish a pair otherwise. I know myself. I will not do that. So I have to knit them like this, otherwise they won't get done. Which also might be why I'll do just color work like on the ankle and maybe the toe, and then the rest I can just do basic stockinette. Although I will say that was my slowest part on these socks. Cause like also like when I'm doing the heel, I'm like, oh, I gotta get through the heel. This is so annoying. I just wanna get back to basic stockinette. And then I get back to the basic stockinette and I'm like, this is so boring. I wanna get to the toe. But you know, I keep going, so. Or I kept going. I don't always, sometimes I struggle. And the yarn for these socks is from 2 different hand-dyed yarn companies. The first one, McKenzie from M to the Third. Hers is this green yarn, which doesn't this just remind you of like Nickelodeon slime just dripping down? I think her sock yarn is called Cascada, and I don't remember this color. I think it might be 90s Kid for the color. And the other yarn is from Polka Dot Sheep, a hand dyer that does a ton of different colorways on a variety of size bases out of Montana. This is the sock yarn and the colorway is Aurora, and that looks like the Aurora. That looks like the Northern Lights. Not that I've ever seen them, but it does. This combo has been just really fun. There's tiny bits of green in the Northern Lights colorway that just kind of perfectly match with the green from the M to the third yarn, and it's so satisfying. I also am wearing what I felt was my most festive hand knit sweater because it's green, and it is the Monday sweater by Petite Knit that I knit out of Cascade 220 fingering, a yarn that I would definitely recommend, and then Lana Grossa mohair, which is also a great yarn. What the heck's? I'm confused. I think I have to do another row of that. Okay. Tinking back. The only modifications I made to this sweater were that I did twisted rib for everything. Because also, I'm a kook. I don't know if I would do it again, but I do love the outcome and how it looks right now. Yeah, see, it's moments like this where, like right there, that the yarn is so similar in color. But otherwise, they're really high contrast. Okay, well, I think I will update you on this tomorrow. I might go spin this up or wind this up, and then I can update you on what I decide to pair this with, and yeah, how we decide to get this done. I'm gonna knit, and I'm gonna keep watching Mackenzie's video that she put out about her Ooey Gooey Socks, which obviously I'll link down below. If you don't know who she is and you're watching me, that would be funny, but I'll put her down below. Happy December 2nd. I probably won't film much today. I'm about to go get in a shower and get ready for work, but I'm going to open up our day 2 Advent. I decided to put it here on my yarn shelf. And yeah, we're just gonna randomly try to get one that's not yarn. We did yarn yesterday. This is not yarn. That's much harder than yarn would be. Ooh, little plastic baggie full of truffles. Day 2. Forgive my appearance, I have just showered, but before I leave for work, I did want to show that I have finished my Ooey Gooeys. They were drying overnight. I have woven in the ends, and so they are all done, all ready to go. I finished just one day late, which, you know what? I think that's pretty good. A pair of socks in 5 days, and like a pair of socks with color work in 5 days. I think it's pretty impressive. I had to show these because it's gonna be dark when I get home from work later, and I don't wanna forget. So there they are. They're so pretty. That is them. I love them. I thought they were gonna be a little too small and they might be tight getting on the foot, but they're perfect. It is now December 3rd. I just got back from work a little bit ago, and I thought, why not open today's Advent, because I forgot to do it this morning. And I'm kind of thinking we're gonna open more yarn. I think I might switch off with yarn and then something else. So I have a couple options. I'm kind of leaning this towards this one. everybody is having a good start to their December. Mine has been pretty chill so far. Okay, so this is M to the 3rd Cascada, so that's her sock yarn. And I picked this up, when did I pick this up? I think at knit camp this fall, and you know what? This is why I didn't unwrap, or I didn't start this yet. I think these two colors are kind of supposed to go together somehow. I don't really have anything else going on this evening to show or talk about. I'm gonna like eat dinner, watch basketball, go to bed. So, see you tomorrow. Welcome back again. It is now the 4th of September and it is once again after work, and I am going to open up my 4th Advent present. Yesterday I did yarn, so today we're gonna try and not do yarn. I can mostly feel what's yarn in here, you know? If you know yarn, you know. Okay, this is definitely not yarn. Ooh, sparkly. It's a little sparkly snowflake ornament. My mom includes ornaments every year, so I have like quite a nice little collection that is all from these Advent boxes. It's great. That'll do. Well, that was day 4. I'm gonna go chill and knit for the rest of the evening, but I have a lot more time tomorrow where I can do a proper check-in, so we'll actually chat tomorrow.
How do I say goodbye? Caroline, heaven knows I'd stay, but I have to run. Here calling my name, life won't be the same, 'cause she's worth more than all the gold in Mississippi.
It is now the 5th of December and I had a little time to just chill and knit. I've got the fire going, I've got a cup of tea, I've got 3 dogs, and I have got the half and half triangles wrap by Purl Soho. I have just started on the 2nd triangle. Very gray today, which is kind of like fitting for the weather lately, because in California, in the Central Valley, we have been completely socked in with fog for like well over a week now. It's this phenomenon called Tule fog, and it affects the entire Central Valley. I've got myself peppermint tea. It is not quite cool enough, although I probably should take out the tea bag. And my mug is from a place called Underground Books. It's in Oak Park in Sacramento, and it's a Black-owned bookstore, and I love it and would highly recommend it if you're in the area. You can then also pop over to Old Soul Coffee right next door, and then right across the street is a place called The Foundry if you're interested in getting some plants of any kind. Last time I was there, I picked up bulbs for the winter, which I still need to plant, which we'll probably do that during Vlogmas. That would be fun. Besides the fog, the week has been going just fine. Just worked, had a good time at work. I'm lucky that I really like my job. I am wearing the Francis sweater by Jen Gigley, and I knit this in Jody Long Alba. And I'm knitting the half and half triangles wrap in a really beautiful yarn. But it's just literally just gray yarn. It is Queensland Kathmandu fingering, which I think is wool, maybe alpaca, and then a little cashmere, I think. So, you know, I'm just being really fancy. I'm not really a shawl person, so I'm thinking this shawl will be a blanket. I'm gonna put that down for a second. And I think it's time to do my little advent. And there's all different types of stuff in here, but it's about half yarn, mini skeins. And so I am alternating every day. Yesterday was not a yarn day. I opened up a snowflake ornament. So today we're gonna open up yarn. This could be yarn, this could be yarn, this could be yarn. That's not yarn. This could be yarn. Is this yarn with something else? Or is it literally just yarn? I'm really intrigued by what's going on here, so we're gonna open up this one. Ooh. This is Madeline Tosh unicorn tails. So they're like less than a mini skein, 12 grams. So I think most minis are 20 grams. Yes, so only 12 grams. And this one is just a merino single. I think I might save it for knitting tiny clothes for stuffed animals and not include it in my sock project. However, I have kind of decided for my sock project that I wanted to be inspired by this project bag that I got at the Lamb & Kid this last summer when I was up in the Seattle area for Flock. And I just really like, it's a little dirty, but you know, whatever, it's been used. The color combo on here, this dark like eggplanty purple, these two very different pinks, like one is super peachy and one is a lot of like more of a blue pink, same with these two greens. And so it won't be exactly on the nose for the same colors, but these two are kind of starting to work with that color scheme. So yeah, I'm not ready to start this project though. I want to open up more yarn and actually plan it. I thought about doing like randomized. I like drew one of those doodle deck cards and I thought it'd be fun to do that every day. And I still think I want to use patterns from the doodle decks, but I think I am gonna plan the projects in the sock because I just want to know the colors go together and I want them to be inspired by this. So fun though, this bright orange. In case you're wondering, I did buy all of these mini skeins myself, and then I had my mom wrap them. I've bought them over like the last year and a half, and I had them all just in a plastic bin. I gave her the whole bin, told her to wrap some of them, and then gave me the rest back. And because I hadn't really looked through the bin or even really remembered what was in there, it's been exciting to start opening these. And I did not buy any of these with like the intention of doing this advent. It just seemed like a fun idea. And I was a little, not jealous, but like a little bit like, ooh, I like the idea of a yarn advent. So how can I include that in the advent that I already do? And my mom does like pick out all these presents and wrap them all up. But I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I help her pick them out for us. So it's not like everything was gonna be a surprise anyways. Most of it is though. Most of it, I have no idea what's in there. Sock cogitations are happening. I forgot to get that Lamb & Kid yarn. Here is said Lamb & Kid yarn, which I actually got at the same time as this. They kind of go together, yeah. But I am headed to Hawaii in a couple days, actually. And I was like, do I need a travel project that's kind of Hawaii inspired, themed? I don't know. And I immediately thought of this yarn, which is the Lamb & Kid Trio. It's 70% merino, 20% cashmere, and 10% nylon. Fingering 450 yards. And the color is Vanilla Cake Pop. And so it's basically just, you know, vanilla colors with all these sprinkles. And I'm kind of thinking Jessie made ripple bralette. I just recently finished a ripple bralette. I should also go get, Jesus Christ, I'm super prepared. Probably shouldn't be saying Jesus Christ in that way during the month of the Lord and Savior's birth. Okay, so here's the ripple bralette I made. This one is in La Bien-Aimée Super Sock in the color Flora Morganite. And I actually made this one for my niece. And so it will not fit me. And I made it a tank top with these tie straps. But I'm thinking I want one for myself, not as a tank, probably like literally as a layering piece, especially for like when I go camping. The idea of having like merino cashmere right next to my skin to keep me warm would be actually really nice. So I thought having a bralette would be fun. And it just seemed like it could be a fun project to knit on the plane and when I'm in Hawaii, on the beach, by the pool, whatever. And then also it'd be a small, easy project. And for a while, you're just doing rib because it started at the bottom. I would want mine to be maybe more of a bralette, but I kind of love the length actually. I think a tank would be nice. Jessie Made also has a tank pattern. I just happen to own the bralette pattern, so I just made it into a tank. The other modification I would want to do for myself is to make the straps wider. And I think I would still do, it's like a double knit I-cord, so I think I would do double knitting, but try and figure out how to do more stitches on my straps, like maybe at least double the stitches on my straps to make them a little more suitable for my body and what I would want. So that's one idea for a project for a trip to Hawaii. But then the other idea I had was inspired also by Advent. And I kind of got this idea in my head last year, but I saw this garland of little white stockings with red numbers. I basically looked like they were duplicate stitched on. I think it was sold at Anthropologie last year, but I couldn't find it this year. I don't want to buy it, but I just want it for the inspiration. But I'll put up a picture of what I'm thinking. And I was like, I could make that. And I kind of want to make that. And then I could just give my mom a garland of stockings to stuff, instead of having to wrap me 20 presents. She can wrap the presents for my siblings, but that way she could at least, you know, do a little less. Or if she really wanted to wrap, I suppose she could put wrapped presents inside the stockings. So the yarn I'm thinking of using is this Sunday, which is a fingering weight yarn by Sandness Garn. And I have this cream colored, like Petite Knit colorway. It's a non-superwash, 100% merino wool, I believe. And I would definitely hold it double because I want them to be like more like stockings than, you know, socks. And I have this size 2 needle that I was kind of thinking of doing them on. And I'm thinking I also might use the pattern by Summer Lee. It's a free pattern. I think it's called like Teeny Tiny Socks or Teeny Christmas Tree Socks or Christmas Ornament Sock. And I'm gonna probably just use that. So I have a free pattern and I already have the yarn. I don't think I want to bring both. So it'd be one or the other. Do I want to knit little white socks or do I want to knit a bralette? And I think I just want to bring one knitting project. I'm only there 5 days and I don't think I'm also going to be doing other things. So we'll see how much knitting time I even have. Then is my Ingrid sweater that I am now ready to try on. And I need to get Barber try-on cords so I can do that. I'm so not prepared for this. I thought I was like, yeah, I'll bring over all the things I want to talk about. And I brought over like 2/3 of the things I wanted to talk about. So we got there, but just not all the way there. Where we are at is I have finished the sleeves, finished the body, and all I have to do is all of the cuffs. So potentially a bottom body cuff, cuffs further around the sleeves, and the, I guess it's not a cuff, but the neckline ribbing. However, I want to try it on and I want to block it before I do all those finishings to make sure it's the size I want. If the sleeves are a little too long, I can, you know, take them back. If the body's a little too short, I can add a little length. And then I think also it will just give me an idea of what type of ribbing I want to do, because I'm still going back and forth. Do I want to do the 1x1 in the pattern, or do I want to stray and go for the 2x2 because I love a 2x2 rib? Still deciding that, but I think once it's blocked, I'll have a better sense. Okay, here she is. She's gonna be tight. She is not blocked yet, but I think this is gonna block out so beautifully. This is her. Here she is. She's a little cropped, which I actually want. So I don't want to add a ton of ribbing at the bottom, which is part of the reason I am thinking about doing 2x2 ribbed for all the edging, is because I've already basically got 2x2 rib at the bottom. I could cast off in this pattern and call it a day. Arms are also a little short. I think they will stretch out. During buddies, you want to lean over, but you're gonna lean it right into there. There you go. I don't know why you're this close to the fire. Makes me a little nervous. That's my old man dog. He's not that old. He's 9 years old, but he was a Tijuana street dog, and therefore he lived hard, and so he's in his elder years. Okay, standing in front of this fire, having just drank like several sips of hot tea in this wool sweater, I'm like, whoa, I'm starting to get super hot. Okay, I have all my stuff out right here, but I've decided the other thing I need to do today is go and collect all of the fall items to put away. Like, we've got these guys right here, and then we've got this guy here. We've got this pumpkin up here. So yes, we need to take care of this. And this is where we put all of our Christmas plates. So we do in fact have to clear it all off. It is now December 6th, and it's time to open up another little advent. And I also want to give you just a check-in what I've been up to. This morning, my mom and I got out all of our Christmas dishware and put that up.
Being gentle with how we feel. There's a charge in the room. I can feel all the fire rising. I'll handle with care. We will honor this tender space, giving time to let go.
And then I just went and got my first spray tan I've ever gotten in my life. That was weird, but I did it. And I also went to the yarn store. I did not buy yarn, but I bought this project bag. I had a gift card to my local yarn store, and I had just been kind of sitting on it for months because I didn't know what I wanted to get. And then they posted today these bags that they had gotten in a new shipment. And I already have, it's not in here, but I already have the smaller size in this exact fabric. And so I decided to get the bigger size. Now there are also like new fabrics that are striped. I guess those are like the new release ones. And I almost got the yellow and white striped one, but there was just something about having the matching set that just really did it for me. And this is a crazy bag. It's so great. Pockets just like not all the way around, but almost. And then inside there's, well, it drawstrings close, which is nice, but there's also another pocket. So we love. And it is by, I don't know how you say that, but I'm gonna say Micah. It was about 80 bucks, but once again, I got it on a gift card. So I actually have a little bit still left on that gift card. And I'm gonna use it for probably big sweater projects, or maybe this color work vest project that I have coming up in the new year. We'll see. Now it's just time to do a little bit of unwrapping. I'm just gonna reach in here and grab the first one. And yesterday I unwrapped yarn, so today it's not yarn. And we have got a vanilla Seas Candy lollipop. And then the other thing that I do have to do today is wrap a couple of presents because I'm going on a trip and I'm going to be seeing my niece and another, she's not really a kid, teenager, but I need to wrap this sweater for my niece as well as another little present. This is a most recently finished object, or one of my most recently finished objects. It's the R&R hoodie by Tanis Lavely. Yeah, that's kind of the plan for the afternoon. Maybe evening. I'm actually gonna go grocery shop and then go to work. And so the wrapping's gonna happen this evening, let's be honest. So yeah, I'll probably check back in this evening. It's later and I'm back from work, and I realized one thing that I forgot to do earlier was pick out the actual knitting project I'm taking with me on our trip. I had initially thought I might cast on a new bralette, I might work on little mini Christmas stockings, and then I was like, I think I should just take a pair of socks. And fortunately, I started on a pair of socks months ago, made a tiny mistake and kind of paused, so I'm gonna get those out right now. So I have these two pretty big bins of whips that I have on hold, and I think half of them are accessories. Oh yeah, here they are. They're not on needles. I just have the cuffs, but these are going to be the, I think they're called Mermaid Avenue or Mermaid Tail. Mermaid Avenue socks by Summerly. So these are going to be my Hawaii project, and I'm going to put them in this bag because it's my most travel friendly bag. I'm bringing both of my size zeros so that I have an extra needle for when I get to the heels, because we're traveling, going through TSA. I don't want to stab any TSA officers. Just do that instead. So travel project is all ready, and then I'm going to wrap some presents. The presents aren't huge. I just got, to go with my niece's sweater, this mermaid sticker book, because Hawaii. And then for the teenager, I just got like, I don't know, SPF and some other little toiletry type things. So we're gonna wrap those up and call it a night.
The longer I've waited, the more that I've tried. All the years that I've wasted trying to find it. the window, no smoke in my eyes. I can hear the wind chiming. It's always been you in the back of my mind. Early blue morning, when everything's cold, I see you running, all covered in gold. There's nothing else that eases my soul. I let it all go out the window, no smoke in my eyes. I can hear the wind chiming. It's always been you in the back of my mind. When there are others, I do the routine. I dance all alone there.
I think that pretty much wraps up this week of Vlogmas. Tomorrow is just a travel day, so I don't know how much I will film. And next week's video will just be, I think, a little video of Hawaii. I don't know how much I'm actually gonna want to film when I'm on vacation, so we'll see. But that's my current plan. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, for watching this little video, and I appreciate you. Hope you're having a good one. Bye.
The longer I've waited, the more that I've tried. All the years that I've wasted trying to find it. All that I go through for my peace of mind. Let it all go.